What do you think? Oh, hi guys, welcome to today's video. I'm super excited. I'm going to be doing some makeup and I'm going to just list everything down below that I'm using because I want to talk to you and I didn't want to just stare at the camera and talk because I feel like you're going to be very unengaged. But I have rebranded and I'm so excited. Like, I am so excited. I've had the same YouTube opening, for maybe nearly 2 years now. If it's not been 2 years, it's nearly 2 years. And today is a day where I have changed my opening, my intro. I have changed my banner. I've got a new banner. I've got a new watermark. Wherever it is, I don't know actually where on the screen it is. It's here somewhere. I've got a new watermark. I have a new outro card, which you will see at the end of this video. And I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. I've got like a whole rebranded situation. So I've had my YouTube banner, like I said, the same for about, I reckon it's been about 2 years to be fair, because I've been on YouTube now for nearly 4 years. And I reckon I've had it for nearly 2 years, like the introduction and the banner. And all of that stuff I've done by myself. Like, I didn't, you know, they were just the tools that I learned how to do myself. It was very homemade looking, but to be honest with you, I never had the time to redo it. Obviously I do work a full-time job and everything, so I never quite had the time to revamp my channel, and I didn't really know what I wanted it to be either. But since I've got concealer in my hair, this is going so well, this video. I didn't really know what I wanted it to be. And the problem I've got is that I'm very eclectic in my style. I love a lot of different things. I don't just like one thing. But one thing I am always drawn to is nature, the environment, and like earthy tones, the desert. I just really love that sort of thing. I really love nature. I don't know, I really like normal tones. I'm not really an overly pinky girl. Like, I love the colour pink, but I'm not like a pink person. Like, my favourite colour is this shade of orange. Like, that's always been my favourite colour. You can ask anyone who knows me. Like, that's been my favourite colour since I was a small child. And I really love that sort of desert chic kind of look. And I was just obsessed. So I had kind of like an idea of what I wanted my channel to kind of look like and where I wanted this transformation to take place. Because I knew that, to be honest with you, as much as I loved my little channel sort of banner and my introduction, it was a little bit too homemade looking, and I was ready for a refresh. I was ready to sort of move on to the next chapter in my life and have a bit of a rebrand, you know, a refresh, and something a little bit more grown up, something a bit more professional. So I was going to attempt the revamp myself, but I'm actually very fortunate that Jake's sister actually has a graphic design degree. And she's amazing. Like, she is genuinely amazing at graphics. I had the idea in my mind of how to do it. Like, I know roughly what I'm doing is what I'm trying to say. So I was going to try and attempt it myself, and just try to spend more time at it and attempt something a bit better. But to be honest with you, it's not that I don't know what I'm doing. I just don't know what I'm doing in comparison to the likes of Jake's sister, who has a degree in it, who knows how to use software like the back of her hand. I would have to relearn it because it's been so long since I've done that sort of thing. So I reached out to her and I was like, hey, hello, do you want to do me a favour? So I set her up with the job of helping me rebrand this whole channel, and I was like that typical Karen customer. I was like, can you make this a bit darker? Can you remove this shape? Can you put that over there? I feel a bit bad for her because I was a proper Karen about it, but she has done such an amazing job and I'm so happy, like so happy. I think it's just exactly the aesthetic I was looking for. That real earthy tone, something that's very neutral, something that's kind of timeless, but something that's very me as well. It's kind of a sprinkle of girliness, but just very orangey, earthy tone. Does that make any sense? Like, it captures me quite a lot in a graphic, and I really, really like that. I was going to do my makeup, but I've literally got this far. We're not doing well. I have some brows on now. I feel like I can sit here and just chat rather than sitting here like a little egg. But basically, I asked Jake's sister, Lauren, to just do something, and I was like, I know kind of what I want aesthetically, I know the colours, I know the sort of vibe I want, but I don't know how to get there. Like, I don't know where to start, what font I want, what I want as an intro, I don't know. I was like, I just want something nice. and like just something plain, nothing too va-va-voom. Like I'm kind of over that now. Like my introduction, I did it myself back in the day, and it's just like a tiny bit excessive for me now, and I just feel like it's not, it represented me 2 years ago, or like should I say it represented me more 4 years ago and what I wanted. But I feel like I've changed a little bit. I feel like I've just grown, and I just want to be a little bit more mature and had something a little bit more plain and settled, so I absolutely am in love with it. But if you could go follow Lauren on her Instagram, she is amazing. She does all sorts of little graphics. I just absolutely love it. It's designer Lauren _ I'll leave her handle here and in the description bar if you want to go check her out. And she has like a whole website as well of all the sort of work she's done previously, and what she's sort of capable of, and she's just done some really great work before for a lot of different companies. She is honestly amazing, so I highly recommend you go check her out because her page on Instagram is so aesthetically pleasing. And if you don't have Instagram, go check out like her website. I'll leave it all in the handle in the description bar. But I'm absolutely in love with it. I'm absolutely in love with it. She has done an amazing job, and I feel very lucky to kind of have Jake as her sister. Wait, have Jake as her sister? Have her as Jake's sister, I think is what I meant. I'm over the flashing lights. I just want something very nice, understated, not necessarily all about makeup. I'm kind of, you know, now I'm doing more vlogs. Well, not more vlogs. I'm being consistent so far. So far, I'm being consistent with my vlogs and vlogging every weekend, and I'm kind of enjoying talking about life as well as makeup. And I mean, I feel like this channel has kind of grown into that quite a lot. I always do makeup content, and I always do like beauty content. That is predominantly what I do, what happens around here, that is the gig. But I'm kind of trying to branch more into the lifestyle, a little bit of fashion maybe. Like I do like fashion. I'm not a fashionable person. I always say that, like, don't come criticize me because I'm not fashionable. I'm not. I appreciate fashion, but particularly sort of lifestyle I'm trying to sort of tap into a bit more, because I really enjoy seeing like who's behind the camera when I watch YouTubers myself, and sometimes you don't get that in a beauty video. I want to really sort of talk about my favourite cleaning products and my favourite like shoes and things like that, you know. I don't want to just sit here and talk about product all the time, as much as I love that, and that is where my passion lies. I could talk people's head off about product all day long, okay? I could probably memorise all of the names of my blushes quicker than I have memorised anything for my degree. Do you see the point I'm trying to make here? I just wanted this whole growing up process in this sort of channel, this area, to be more about who I am and what I relate to, rather than just makeup and products, because although that's what I enjoy and that's what I love, I'm more than that layer deep as a person. So apart from just updating you about how there are going to be changes on this YouTube channel, such as, you know, a little bit of rebranding, I also wanted to take this opportunity to say, how are you guys? Tell me how you're doing. I know that a lot of people are struggling right now, whether that's mental health or genuine health problems, or just struggling to come to terms with what's going on in the world. I'm really hoping that people follow the guidelines enough for this to be over quicker. I personally don't think it's going to be over anytime soon, which is, it's weird, and I don't know, I think it's just very bizarre. I think we're all living in bizarre times right now. This has never happened before in our lifetimes, or our grandparents' lifetimes, you know. I think there's something slightly poetic about the fact that we're all in this together for the first time ever. Like, we're not at war with one another, we're just literally, the whole world is in the same sort of state, which is kind of weird. It's never really happened before, so it's kind of crazy. But I'm hoping that it won't go on forever and ever, and it won't. It'll eventually one day cease to be, and it'll be in the history books of what happened and where were you during this time and things like that. But I hope you guys are all doing well. Please tell me what you're up to, what you're doing to entertain yourself. Have you done anything crazy yet? Like completed every single puzzle in your house, read all the books? What have you done? Watched every film on Netflix? Binged all the series? Are you still working? Are you working from home? I'm working from home, and it's so weird because I'd say the first 2 weeks it was weird because I didn't know. I think the first 2 weeks of quarantine we were all kind of like unsure of what was going on. And we didn't know how long it was going to go on for. We didn't know if it was just going to be for a few weeks or just a week. I know it sounds silly, but I certainly, when this all came, like, broke news and everything, I was kind of thinking, oh yeah, I'll be over in a couple of weeks, it'll be fine. And here we are. Personally, for me, I'm week 7. I want to say week 6 or 7. I can't remember if it's week 6 or 7, but, you know, into the 2nd month now, which is really weird. I mean, it's really weird, and it's taken me a while. I mean, it took me about, I'd say, the 2nd week in to really get a routine of working from home. And it's weird because my productivity isn't necessarily lowered at all, because I can just crack on with what I've got to crack on with. But it is weird when you want to talk to people. I mean, personally for me, my job requires a lot of communication, and now all I can do is Skype and email, and sometimes it just does not beat knocking on someone's desk and saying hello and having that contact time. So I don't know, I'm kind of missing that. And I think when we all go back to work and the world resumes, I just don't think that everything's going to be as it was. I think that we've realised how much technology helps us, and, you know, it's almost like if we could do it then, we can do it now. And I think we're gonna be having more sort of Skype meetings in the future. You know, a lot more people will be working from home permanently, I think, because it's saving companies money for not having any lighting and heating, and not having to pay for an entire building of people to be there 5 days a week. It's just weird things like that. I think in some respects we will return back to normal, and then in others I think are going to change for, I don't know necessarily for the better, but they're just going to change. And that's a weird thought. But yeah, tell me, are you working from home? How are you coping? Are you finding it difficult to get motivated, or are you finding that you're preferring working from home? It's funny because at the moment I'm finding vlogging quite a challenge. I wasn't finding it difficult at the very beginning, because I was finding things to do. Do you know what? I'm going to do my lips in a second when I don't actually have to talk. But I was finding it quite easy at the beginning to vlog and do videos and do all these things. I was thinking, oh my god, I've got so much time on my hands because I'm not travelling to and from work, and I'm saving that extra time. And on weekends, I don't have to go anywhere and things like that. But actually, once you get into the routine of creating that another life of just being at home all the time, suddenly I have no time on my hands again. So it's kind of crazy. So I'm finding that vlogs are much harder to fill with stuff that I'm doing, because a lot of the stuff I'm doing is quite stagnant. So I need to pick myself back up again, because I was doing so well at the beginning of just finding things to do and doing them and doing jobs that haven't been done in a while. And now that I'm just finding myself back into a routine, you know, it's weird because it's kind of like I'm lost and I don't know what to do first, and I'm not fulfilling my weekends enough. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just at the moment with my vlogs just kind of in a rut where I'm not doing much on the weekends, and I'm getting into a bit of a lazy habits, which is not good. I need to sort of energise myself again. I tell you what I am doing though, and I don't know if everyone else is in the same boat, but I am doing so much skincare. Like, I'm just trying to get through so much product that's been sitting in my drawers, and I've been using like clay masks, things like that, and putting them on whilst I'm working, and like leaving them there for like 2 hours. Or when I finish work, slapping a mask straight on. I just feel like I'm using so much more product, and actually is making me so happy to actually use the products I have, because I do feel quite cluttered with a lot of the things that I have. But yeah, I'm getting through so much product and it's making me so happy. Are you getting through product? Are you doing a whole like skincare regime? Are you using that face mask? Are you pampering those toes? Because I've tried to. I mean, I've been getting back into nail art, and I haven't done nail art for literally years because I've never had the time. And now every weekend I'm kind of just titivating and doing nail art, and I'm loving it. It's great. So yeah, little things like that, I think, take the time now while we've got it and titivate over yourself. Also, one thing I wanted to mention before I kind of wrap up this video, which is probably tremendously long and I'm very sorry, but my internet at the moment, I am with not Virgin Atlantic, it's just Virgin, isn't it? Virgin Wi-Fi? Just Virgin, Richard Branson Virgin, you know? And It is playing around a little bit, so if videos are a little bit up and down and there's gaps in between, it's because I'm trying everything to export footage and it's just taking so long. Like some videos are taking 6 hours to export to YouTube and then failing 2 minutes before they should be complete, and it is like extracting teeth some days. So it's kind of a lottery at the moment with what wants to upload and what doesn't. I've been trying to upload really late in the evening when a lot of people aren't on the Wi-Fi. But yeah, sorry if videos are inconsistent. I don't know what it's going to be like next week. If it goes back to normal, that'd be great. But if they are for any reason inconsistent for a while, then I'm really sorry. My Wi-Fi has not been the best recently. But I'm trying my damned hardest. And that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining in with my chit chat, get ready with me sort of style. Get ready for what? A cup of tea maybe on the sofa. But thank you so much for joining in today's video. What do you think of the rebrand? I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I love it. Please do give me a thumbs up if you enjoy it too, if you love it. It's totally my vibe and I'm obsessed. How are you doing? Tell me how you're doing down below. Of course, I love talking to you guys. That's my favourite part of map making content. So tell me how you are. Talk to me about anything you like. Rant to me. Do what you wish. I love it. I love talking to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're all well. I hope you're all doing good. Subscribe if you haven't already and ring the bell because then you'll be notified of videos that I upload. I upload every single week when the Wi-Fi is good. I'm watching you, Richard Branson. I'm watching you. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay at home, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.